When you discard a narcissist. Sounds pretty interesting. Actually, I have tried it. I know how it feels. I know how it looks from the inside, well, and from the outside too. I have been looking myself in the mirror every morning and every night since then. I noticed every bit of change in my life, my face, my mind, and heart, and I note it all down in my journal. Let's take one step back. As the compassionate partner you were, that undoubtedly suffered too much, been hurt, manipulated, lied to, and maybe cheated on as well, you have been thinking about that step of leaving your narc. For some time, long time, might have been years, or at least months, but you didn't have the guts to take it. It has been crossing your head each time you had a fight, each time you were abused, but you just couldn't make it, giving them that one more chance, time after time, for the sake of anything to change to the better, literally anything. It was like begging them to accept your desperate attempts to help fix even one thing, anything, to give you hope, any shred of light across that dark path, any straw to catch it while drowning. If only she could have let us help them. I find it compelling to add to this point, that it is not weakness. It is not naivety. It is not foolishness. Nor it is shame. Actually, some people are brave enough, strong enough, faithful and full of love and sacrifice enough, to stand tall for the relationships of their lives, protect it, and fight for its survival till the last dying breath, filling themselves with hope and energy, self-motivating themselves to hold on to it, even when the signs of failure are appearing, they deny it and go on with those tiny bits of hope they choose to pursue. Now that kind of people, that held on too much, bared too much pain and abuse, stressed and pressured to higher than they can stand, when they erupt, it is terminal, and it is hell, but sadly it is hell on them first. Now we are getting there. You discarded the narc. You most probably were unaware of narcissism or what was actually happening with you at the first place, so sadly you didn't plan it, you just took the step that you couldn't take for long time ago, like a blink of an eye. Most probably after a fight, you were so emotional, they were again gaslighting you and repeating the same words they have always used to hurt you with. You felt you are done, you were not taking this anymore, and finally decided to leave. You would take whatever comes on your mind at those difficult moments, a handbag with whatever came in front of you, then stormed out of the door of that jail, and ran for your heart. So with a brief look at both partners. First, the narc. The failure, the disappointment, the pain in the heart, the headache of the mind. Discarding them as a huge slap on the face, a powerful strike to their shallow self-worth and hollow self-esteem. They are terrified to lose not you, but their image and mask. The idea of you exposing them drives them mad, and just because they think everybody is a liar, a cheater, a mad vengeful, a pretender and a fraud just like them, they will assume you will come after them and seek revenge. You are after their blood. Their dark, twisted minds will consume them with the terrifying exposure, so it is life and death now more than ever. And they will act on two axes. A. They will go on the defensive, trying to hoover you and win you back. You will be surprised how bold and stubborn they are. They will try to gaslight you back, talking in the name of your great love story, and your beautiful old memories. But all just to guarantee that you will keep your mouth shut about all their shit, then for sure brutally punish you for daring to defy them afterwards. If you give in. B. They will go on the offensive. They will blackmail you, with anything under their possession, your belongings, your personal staff, even your kids, especially if you insisted on the discard and held your ground, not giving in to their hoovering attempts. At the same time they will start their dirty work. As we say in Egypt, they will have you on lunch, before you have them on dinner. They will launch their smear campaign against you. They will lie, fake stories, change facts, shift blames, use crocodile tears and soft words to win everyone and turn them against you, even your own friends and family, and it takes someone truly believes in who you are to keep on your side and discover their intentions, and sadly they will be few, too few. Second, and more important, is you. You are hurt, consumed, and devastated, but ironically you are not vengeful to the extent they think you are. Sometimes anger makes you think you want to kill them, but in fact you just want the pain to stop. All you want is to stop overthinking, and to stop those flashbacks of years of gaslight and abuse from showing in front of your eyes over and over. In fact, your focus on your grief and ways to heal is way over your urge for revenge, totally the opposite of what your psychopath narc twisted delusional minds think and make them act accordingly. So you now have these two cross feelings, two opposite questions: did I make the right decision? Or, should I have held on and give it more tries? Perhaps it was your fault. Perhaps it was you who couldn't understand them, perhaps you rushed leaving them. Then again swing back to convincing yourself that you did what should have been done a long time ago. And you will keep swinging here and there. For the long time you have been gaslighted by them. Guilt will continue to torture you, you will keep gaslighting yourself, sadly you are addicted to the gaslight. During your time with them, you spent too many sleepless nights, too many stressful days, thinking and thinking, looking for ways to figure your relationship out, trying to be just enough. So now after leaving, whys and what ifs won't leave you alone at first. You will have a hard time at the beginning till you restore your inner balance, bit by bit, day by day. No contact is your only path then, getting as far as possible from their toxic manners is your way. It will be so hard at the beginning, you will keep looking for answers, you will get to know about narcissism for the first time, most probably, you will gain knowledge about the disorder and start to figure out the puzzle piece by piece. I remember those days like it was just last week. I was devastated, full of anger and pain. I had nightmares. I avoided looking myself in the eye in the mirror, only looking at my clothes or my hair. I avoided taking selfies or even pictures with my friends for a long time. I was ashamed of what I have done to myself, and where I led myself to. I wasn't rereading what I kept writing in my diary. I couldn't allow myself to read what I wrote for a long time, for how much pain and guilt I was emphasizing in my writings. I felt responsible for what I did to myself, for my tears, for my grief, for my losses, for allowing myself to get that much emotionally drained, for choosing to be invisible, for denying myself of what I totally deserved, my own basic needs as a partner. That was at the beginning, but as time passed, days went over, I started to heal, I regained my self-confidence, I felt free, liberated, strong and powerful, in control over my life, capable of bringing happiness to myself. I reassured myself, calmed and soothed myself. I am now able to look myself in the eye and smile to myself in the mirror. I loved my smile more than ever. I realized that this smile is the best I have got, and I have to keep and invest in preserving it. I refuse to call myself a victim of narc relationship. I am a survivor, a learner, and yes, sometimes her attempts to provoke me gets under my skin, and those flashbacks still play inside my head from time to time, but not like they used to. I am now able to control my anger to much higher extent, reverse it into self-motivation and inner peace, and I keep saying that I now have no regrets, no guilt, nothing tortures me anymore, no more grieves and pain. I accepted everything, my mistakes, my decisions, the wrong ones as well as the right ones. I have learned a lot, changed a lot. Perhaps that was what I exactly needed, and at the end of the day, it is you who decide whether to be content and take advantage of whatever life throw in your way, or let life and people take advantage of you. You and I lost too much, emotionally and financially, but contrary to them, we have time on our side, compassion on your side, faith and self-respect on our side. We have all it takes to win ourselves back, to conquer our grief and guilt, to defeat the gaslight, and to win our inner battles, or at least most of them, and by time are close to win the war.